Hello and welcome to another Star Wars Armada battle report. In this battle we will be having the Imperials against the Rebels. In this game the Imperials will be playing a Onager class Star Destroyer with Grand Moff Tarkin, Wolf Yularen, gunnery teams, H9 turbo lasers, orbital bombardment cannon and the Cataclysm special ship. We have a Victory 1 Star Destroyer with expanded hangar bays and heavy fire zones. For the squadrons, we have Marek Steel, a normal TIE Defender squadron who unfortunately is unpainted. We have the VT-49 Decimator, who is Moran Key, 2 Lambda class shuttles. We have Power Runner, TIE Fighter Squadron. There's 3 of those, 1, 2, and 3. And we also have Yellow Squadron, who I explained in my last battle report. I will leave a link in the top card up there if anybody wants to go and watch that one. For the Rebels, we have a CR-90 Corvette A with Leia Organa, electronic countermeasures, engineering teams, heavy fire zones, and Dodona's Prime. We have a Nebulon B escort frigate with General Dodona, auxiliary shield teams, weapon liaisons, and the Redemption special ship. And finally we have an MC-30 Scout frigate. This is a modified frigate which will be shown as a Republic frigate, but it doesn't matter. It has ordnance experts and rapid reload. The squadrons, there's Luke Skywalker and 3 normal X-Wings. So Luke Skywalker and 1, 2, 3 normal X-Wings. The game today is Hyperspace Assault, and the Rebels are the second players. It's the Empire just shy of 400 points, and the Rebels are at about 300 and something. So for this game, the Rebels, to make it more matched and even, the Rebels are allowed to deploy 100 points worth of reserves, which can be either the X-Wings, deploy the X-Wings twice, but not including Luke twice, and deploy one of these ships again. So the card states that setup before deploying fleets, player set aside one of his small ships or medium ships. So that's what we've changed. It's either you can deploy the 3 X-Wings twice or the one of the main capital ships. Then the special rule at the start of any round, after the first round, basically the ships or X-Wings can come in on any of these hyperspace points across the board. I have already put out all the terrain and asteroids, so I'll come back to you at the start of turn 1. See you later. So start of turn 1, the Imperials do have first turn, even though they've got more points. Doesn't matter though, because it's like they've all just jumped out of hyperspace. Poof. The Imperials are reacting to that because the Rebels just jumped out. The Imperials are reacting, and then the Rebels will respond with their attack. Anyway, so with the ships, the first ship to go down was the Victory. Then it was the Nebulon B. Then the Victory placed 2 squadrons, 2 squadrons, 2 squadrons, 2 squadrons, and then the next squadron was Luke and the Defender there. Then 2 squadrons, Corvette, 2 squadrons, missile frigate, 2 squadrons, then the Onager. So I'll come back to you after turn 1's movements. See you in a bit. So after the first 2 activations, the Victory activated first, moving its 2 up and round. The Corvette activated second, and the Corvette moved 4, and it kind of did a zigzag across. Now it's the test bed's turn. So Moff Tarkin's command to all ships was a concentrate fire. So the concentrate fire I'm now going to spend with my Cataclysm, and by spending it I can place 1 ignition token anywhere within the ignition, firing arc and ignition keyword. So I went for the orbital bombardment, which allows me to place it at long range of my ship. So at long range of my ship I'm going to place inside of the arc. So inside of the arc, placing at long range my ignition token, and then then you shoot first before you move. So shooting first out of my ignition arc, we then measure from the token, and from the token we are then in close range to the Corvette. So we will be firing our ignition dice, which, let me get out here. So for the ignition dice, we are rolling 3 red, 2 blue. So 3 red, 2 blue, and 2 black. So, against the Corvette, our ignition arc laser, we get 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, 2 crits, and an accuracy. So for the accuracy, we will cancel out the redirect. So he can evade up to 2 dice, choosing to evade those 2. So there's 3 hits. So 2 take out the front shield, and then so you cancel out the double and the hit crit. So 2 damage. 2 damage takes out the front shield and 1 crit on the hull. And the critical effect will be getting out the cards. Not very well prepared today, sorry for that. Can't get them out their bag. There we go, got the bag open. So the critical effect will be only 1 attack performed each round by this ship. Ooh, so we can only shoot once with the Corvette A. Okay, so I'll come back to you after the movement. I just thought I'd stop there because it was a bit more interesting. So be back in a bit. So at the end of the turn, it appears that the Rebels are right up in the Imperials' grill. The Rebels, because they have so little squadron or fighter support, they obviously had to go second. Well, not second, but they obviously got got countered by the Imperials, obviously massive squadrons. So basically, first thing I moved were the 2 shuttles, then it was the 2 X-wings, then I moved 2 TIEs, then he moved Luke in the other X-wing, then I moved up the Yellow Squadron and the Decimator, because the Decimator there has rogue, which means he can move and shoot. So we moved up and we shot, and we got, that is our dice roll there, I haven't changed it. So we got the 3 normal hits and the crit, but the crit doesn't matter. So we did 3 damage to him. Then Harrenner and the other squadron moved up. Then the 2 TIE Defenders with Marek Steel moved up. So turn 2, Imperials first. So moving on to the next turn, we did have a concentrate fire token from last turn because our command was a concentrate fire. Flipping over to the next command from the victory. Before we do, Grand Moff Tarkin, we are going to issue a squadron command to all ships in the fleet. So 2 squadron tokens, 1 for each ship. Then we're going to flip our command. Our command is a squadron. We're going to use the squadron command and token to activate up to 6 squadrons. So activating our 6 squadrons. And first squadron we will activate, remembering that they have to be at medium range from the victory. So that would be all, including the 2 defenders. So first we're going to go with the TIE Defender at the front, and he's going to go fly out into the front arc of the CR-90 Corvette. The CR-90 Corvette, if you remember, has no front shields, and that is Marek Steel, so we do have bomber. So against the ship we have 2 blue dice, so 2 blue dice rolling away. We get a hit and an accuracy. While attacking, you may change 1 die face to a critical icon, so we're going to change our accuracy to a critical, and So whilst attacking the ship, each of your critical icons adds 1 damage, the damage total, and you can resolve a critical effect. So it adds 1 damage, and we can also resolve a critical effect. So pulling another critical card for that CR90, and we add 1 damage for normal. So the damage is blinded gunners while attacking. You cannot spend any accuracy tokens. So that ship is now on 3 damage. So 3 of 4 damage. Then the other TIE Defender. There, moving, activating and moving into the front arc again. And then we will shoot again. So critical and normal. So we got a critical and a normal hit, but this one can't change anything. But while attacking the ship, each of your critical icons adds 1 damage. So that's 2 extra damage, which is enough to blow up the CR90. So now, as the role player, I have the choice. I can either bring that CR90 back at full health, or I can choose to wait and save my X-Wings, to bring my X-Wings back. So that's 2 anyway. So now we're going to come over here, and I'm going to activate Yellow Squadron here. And Yellow Squadron gets its 3 dice, and we are going into the damaged X-Wing there. So a hit, a crit, and a hit. So 2 damage on that X-Wing is enough to blow him up. Now, because we are now no longer in range 1 with this guy, the Decimator, we are going to move. And we can move up to 3. So we're going to move 3 into the side arc of the Nebulon B there. And then we're going to shoot into the Nebulon B side. And we have 3 blue dice on Muran Key. So 3 blue dice for a hit and 2 accuracies. So I'm going to spend my defense token to reroll any number of accuracies. So going to reroll one of the accuracies to get a crit. So you get a hit and a crit. The crit does nothing though. So we will cancel the brace. He still has a brace, but he doesn't do anything. So we will just take 1 off the shield there. 1 off the Nebulon B shields. That's 4. Now we have 2 more, so I'm going to move Howrunner up into this fray here, and she's going to shoot at the normal X-Wing at the front there. So Howrunner gets 3 blues, so she gets 2 crits, which does nothing, and an accuracy. Then we're going to move up another TIE Fighter, and he's going to engage both X-Wings there. And he's going to fire into the front one. He gets 4 blue dice this time because of Howrunner, and he gets rerolls. So we get a hit, a crit, and a hit. So we're going to reroll that crit to get another crit. So we do 3 damage to that X-Wing there. And can I change it? Yes, I can. So he has taken 3 damage. Now we move on to the Victory's normal turn. So we have a concentrated fire still from last turn, so we can use that to reroll at any dice. In range, out of our front arc, we have the MC30 in medium range. At the side arc, we have, I forgot I'd blown that ship up, but in long range we also have the Nebulon B. So I think I'm going to go into the missile frigate because it's a bit more dangerous towards me. So 3 black dice, sorry, not blue dice, and 4 all misses. So we're going to spend the token to reroll 1 for another miss. So then we've got to move. We are at speed 2. I'm going to use the navigate token to change my speed by 1 down to 1. Now we have no tokens left on the Victory, so we're going to go all ahead full and straight 1. And there we go. Perfect. And then we're going to stop there. Now we move on to the rebels. And the rebels are I'm going to activate the missile frigate. So it has, out of its front it has 2 black and a red, but we are now in range out of the front and side arc to the victory's front arc. So out the front we have our 2 black dice, 1 red dice to the victory's front, getting a hit, crit and a crit. So I'm going to, as the victory, I'm going to choose to brace, take that down to 2 damage, and then I'm going to redirect to put 2 damage on this side of my ship. There we go. So spent a brace and a redirect. There we go. So now we're firing out the side. Out the side we have 3 black, 2 red. And firing away. For all miss but a hit. So I'm just going to take that on the front, I think. So on the front, we'll take that 1 damage. Ouch. Now back to its movement. So it doesn't have any tokens. So it is still at speed 4. I'm going to go straight for 3. And then at the end, I don't think I get any movement at the end. No. Perfect. And then we're going to go 1 more forward. And 1 more forward here. And that is our 4 right there. That is our 4. So, that's our 4. In between the 2, well, in between and kind of behind the victory. So now we move on to the onager. So the onager now, I'm going to spend my concentrate fire token to reposition my blip in anywhere in long range of my front. That's long range and in my front arc. So I'm going to place it there. Actually, no, we're going to place it at the longest range we can. And then we are going to shoot, so we can't shoot anything out the front, but we can shoot out of our side. Our side is quite good. We have 3 red and a black into the side of the missile cruiser. Ooh, so we get an accuracy, a hit, a crit, and a hit crit. So we are going to cancel the 2 brace. We're going to cancel our brace, and then he'll brace for just a hit and a crit, which is enough to take us down to 1 shield on the side. And there we go. 1 shield left on that side. Then we are going to move because nothing else is in range. I mean, we are at speed 2. We don't have a navigate. Oh, actually, we're going to spend first. We are going to spend our token, our squadron token, and our squadron ordering token. I should have done this before. That does mean I get 3 squadron activations. So we're going to activate the shuttle, and the shuttle is just going to go. It's 3, and it's going to go 3 this way. So wrong way around, and 3 gets it just shy of those. Then we're going to activate these 2 ties here, and those 2 ties are going to, they're going to fall back actually, and go into the side arc. Actually no, they're going to go into the rear. They're going to go into the rear of the, so into the rear, and we have here, we only have 1 blue dice, but it doesn't matter. So we get a hit anyway. So I'll take his shield down to 1. And then the second tie is turning and coming into his rear. And shooting, get a reroll because the swarm, so we're going to reroll the crit for another crit. So we only do 1 damage on his rear. But it doesn't matter. Now we are going to move our onager. So the onager now has He's at speed 2. At speed 2, we do get a click at 1 and 2. So we're going to do a click at 1, and we're going to do a click at 2 for a large sweeping turn. And we will overlap shuttle. So landing there, and on the station, the shuttle. Then I'm going to place this back corner because I don't want him too close. Actually, yeah, no, we're going to place him at this corner instead. And there we go. Right, now back to the rebels. I'm going to activate my only ship left, the Nebulon B. The Nebulon B is at speed. What speed are we at? We're at speed 3, and we've revealed a squadron command. So our squadron command, we will activate. How many squadrons? We can activate 2 squadrons. So we're going to activate Luke Skywalker, and he's going to shoot at Howrunner. So shooting at Howrunner, 4 dice. So very accurate and 1 hit. So we're going to cancel all of our effects and she's going to take 1 damage. And then next to Luke, this guy's going to activate right in the very middle. And he's going to shoot at Howrunner as well. For 4 hits, sorry. So as Hal, I'm just going to scatter. Otherwise that will kill me, and I'll put my 1 damage from Luke on. There we go. So now we are going to shoot with our Nebulon B. I've just lost the range ruler. There we go. So with the Nebulon B, out of the front, we have red dice, 3 red dice, and we are in range to the victory. And out of the side, we do have the Decimator, and we do have that TIE Fighter there. And because of heavy fire zones, focus. When attacking squadrons, before you gather dice, if your defender is not engaged with the friendly squadron, you may place all the blue dice in your anti-squadron armor with the red dice. So we do have, we can replace that one for red dice, but this one will have to be a blue. So red dice into the Decimator for nothing. Blue dice into the TIE Fighter squadron for nothing. Then we are firing 3 red dice out of our front into the front of the victory for 3 hits. I'm just going to redirect it to this side this time, to the far side that hasn't taken any damage. I can't get in there. 1, 2, 3. So we now have 0 shields, 1 shield, but we still have 3 at the front. So yeah. Now moving with the frigates, we are at speed 3. So speed 3, we're just going to go all ahead straight, I think. We've got right on the edge of the board. So 1, 2, and 3, ending there. Ending right here. It's quite a dangerous place to be, actually. It's too late now. Anyway, I'll come back to you at turn 4. So start turn 4, Tarkin issuing a squadron and a squadron, activating the victory first. So the victory is going to issue a squadron command, and we are going to activate Howrunner first. So she's going to shoot into just the X-Wing in the middle. So 3 dice for 2 crits and a hit. So we hit once. Puts him down to 1 health. Then we are shooting with the TIE Fighter next to her. Oh, drop dice for a crit, accuracy and a hit. That 1 hit is enough to destroy him. So we'll take him off the board. Activating and activating. Bam. There we go. Then we will do Yellow Squadron, who will move into combat range and shoot its 3 blue for a hit, a crit, and an accuracy. So we'll hit Luke Skywalker once. That's 3 activations. Then we'll move up. We'll move up our Intel officer, and we'll smack him. Not our Intel officer, Lambda class shuttle, and he's going to land here, and he's going to move the token to 1. He's going to actually move it 1 so it's off the board. Yeah, we're going to move it 1 to the side so it's off the board, so no one can use that one. Then we are going to, so that's 1, 2, 3. That's 4. And then range 2 of the Lambda. Range 2 of the Lambda is the decimator, so we're going to move the decimator. We're going to activate the decimator, and the decimator is going to attack Luke Skywalker. So the decimator is rogue, so he can move and shoot, but he is using the comms, so it's over. And the decimator gets 3 black dice at squadrons for a hit crit, and a hit. So the hit crit alone counts as a hit, but that's 3 on Luke, so he's going to brace that down to 2. He's taking 3 damage in total now. So how many have we activated? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 1 left. And final activation is going to be one of these ties here. So you take another damage, hopefully off the rear of the Corvette, and then nothing left. 1 damage, so he now has 0 on his rear. Now the victory activating. So first shot is going to be from the rear arc into the rear of the MC30. So 2 red dice into the rear of the MC30 for 3 damage. The MC30 can't redirect and he can't evade, so that'll be 3 damage. And he has 1 left. Then we are going to activate shoot out of the victory side arc this side into the side arc of the Nebulon B. So for 2 red and 1 black. For a hit crit, a crit. So the hit will take off the shield. No, hang on. Crit will take off the shield. The hit will do damage and the crit will do damage. I'll come back to you after I've dealt all the damage, but first I'll reveal what the crit effect was. The crit was injured crew, choose and discard 1 of your defense tokens, then flip this card face down. Right then, I'll come back to you in a minute. So after moving, the victory has overlapped Hal, so Hal was put there because I was going to put her there, but then she would have been in range 1 of those. Put her there, she would have been in range 1 of the rest. So we put her right in the middle. Now we are activating the Rebel. So I'm going to activate the MC30 because it is low on health. And if I activate this one, brings it into clear range of this one. So we are activating the MC30 first. So out of the side arc, we are in medium range. So we will only get the red dice. So we only get 2 red dice into him. 2's better than 1 though. So 2 hits. So we do take off the shields. I am going to use the relay, whatever it's called, fire, so which allows me to shoot my back arc at the ship. So 2 red and blue back. So for a double and a crit, so the double's going to do 1 damage, which is enough to blow him up, and the crit would have done a crit. So he is blowed up, and he is gone. So we have used that. I can't remember what that's called. Anyway, we used that token, so he's gone. Now it's back over to the Imperials. So I'm going to, first flipping token for a squadron, and we have our squadron command. So in range, in our normal shooting range, we do have it would be an obstructed shot by the victory, but we do have long range on the Nebulon. So first though, we are going to activate squadrons. So squadrons activating, they can move 5. So if they move their 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they would be in range. We're going to move our normal guy first into the side arc. So he's now in the side arc and shooting against ships. We have only one blue dice now with the TIE defender, but we do have bomber for a crit. So we do the crit effect, and the crit effect will be your opponent may either reduce your speed. Oh, so I can choose to reduce the speed by 1 or choose a new command. So I'm going to reduce the speed by 1 so they're at speed 2, so not as manoeuvrable. And then face down, so now he has 3 damage. And focus. Then moving the Merrick Steel squadron over. And he is going to fire 2 blue dice this time. So 2 blue for a hit and a hit. So 2 damage on the side, which is enough to blow him up. Kaboom. Which then means the Imperials have won, but for the final activation, I am going to bring a ship back on. I'm going to choose to bring on the Nebulon B again, but full health, as if nothing's ever happened. And we're going to bring him in over at this spawn point, over there. And then if we move in, so he's allowed to deploy in 1 to range 1 of the token. Then, long range, we are going to shoot into the rear arc of the onager. I know I'm not going to win as the rebels anymore. They've been completely outplayed. But firing into the rear arc, so a hit, and a hit. So we're going to spend the brace, and I'm going to redirect. So I'm going to have to take 1 on the rear, and I'm going to take 2 on the side. So now both sides are gone though. Now we move over to the movement. So because I've redeployed and it's as if starting again, I am going to be at speed 3. So I'm going to be at speed 3, and I'm not going to ram. So at speed 3, I do get 1. I get nothing 1 2. So I'm going to go nothing 1. Nothing 1 1 2. So we are going to do like a skr, as the cool kids say. We'll have to be a skr on this side though. So moving that way. We are then on the station, and we do have rear, and we do have a side to side, front to rear, and a side to side shot on him. Now because we've activated all ships, it goes on to the squadron phase. So squadrons, Luke Skywalker is going to attack the yellow squadron for 1 more blue dice. Forgot the extra blue for 1 2 damage, and then counter 1 for an accuracy. So 2 damage on the yellow squadron. So he's nearly dead. He has 1 health left. Then Luke's friend's going to activate. He's going to shoot into the normal TIE Fighter squadron here for 4 blue dice for a hit and 3 accuracies for 1 damage in the end then. So 1 damage on the normal TIE Fighter squadron. And then we only have 2 squadrons left to activate. So we can go speed 4 from this guy for 4. Then we are going to move running around here. We're going to move our shuttle 3 and to the side arc. Then we're going to start a new turn. I'll be back to you after I've tidied everything up a bit. See you in a bit. So Imperial first turn. I'm going to activate the Onager Star Destroyer first. We did give everyone a squadron again with Tarkin. Flipping over a concentrate fire. So with concentrate fire we get to add a dice. I can't remember now. Concentrate fire, so you get to add 1 attack die of any colour to the attack pool. So we're going to add so we're shooting out of our side and rear into the Nebulon. Just out of our side, the rear's not in arc. So out the side we are going to add another another black die. So we're going to go for 2 black, 3 red. Out of the side into the front of Nebulon B. Whoa, overexposed and out of focus. For a hit, crit, hit, and a crit. Yeah, so we are going to brace to get it down from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down to 3, and then we're going to brace again. So it only does 2 damage. It's going to do 2 damage on our front. Whoa, the dial's come off. So 2 damage on our front. Then we're going to use our squadron token to activate 1 squadron. Activate the Lambda class shuttle. That has a blue dice against ships, and it is into the side, unfortunately. For 1 damage, we're just going to have to take that one. So 1 damage on the side. There. Then we're just going to not going to bother with anything else. So we're going to move our 2. Moving our 2. We're just going to go straight forward. Straight forward 2. And there we go. Then it's the Nebulon's turn. It's the Nebulon. Oh, knocking the camera. Nebulon is gonna anti-squadron into him. He gets to roll red die, so 2 red die for just an accuracy. Then he's gonna fire out of the side arc into the rear of the onager for a crit and an accuracy. Accuracy does nothing as he has no shield. Oh no, actually with the accuracy we are going to cancel his shoot backy command. But I'm just gonna have to take 1 damage on my rear for the onager. It's alright, I have 9 hull left with him, luckily. Then we have to move, so we are at speed 3. So we're gonna go click at 1 and 2, no, nothing at 1 and a click. So we're gonna nothing at once, we do just move our 1 forward. There we go, 1 forward. Then we get 1 click and 2 click. So our 1 click and 2 click gets us there. So we are right in the middle now, unfortunately. Now the victory goes. So the victory reveals a squadron. What a surprise. And it's going to spend its squadron token. So first squadron to activate is going to be this one. Move and shoot into the front, I say. So we're going to have 3, 4 blue dice because we're now in range of PAL. No, sorry. No, that's wrong. That's squadron. So we only get 2 blue dice, sorry. For 2 crits, which does nothing. Our next activation will be Marek Steel. He's going to fly in and he's going to do his 2 blue dice. So we get a hit and a crit. Crit does actually do a crit damage, so we're now, but unfortunately so the bomber attacking each of the icons adds 1 damage to the total of your, oh no, so yeah. So we do only wipe out his front arc. So he does have no shields on his front though now. Then the second guy comes in. He's going to fly over this side, firing 1 blue dice. So for a hit, we do 1 damage on the hull. Then Howrunner is going to activate, if I can get her out to activate it. So Howrunner activating. And she gets 1 blue dice for accuracy. Then we're going to activate the Decimator, who's going to fly his speed 3 if he can over, I think. Yeah, he's going to fly speed 3 over and plonk himself right in the middle there, where there is space. You will fit, my friend. There we go, and then move him back. So then the Decimator gets its 3 blue dice, nice and strong, for a hit and 2 accuracies. So we're going to do 2 damage in total now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 activations. Next, we're just going to activate a normal TIE Fighter, and he's going to swing around. And he does his 2 blue dice because of High Runner. For 1 hit and a crit, we're going to reroll the crit for an accuracy. So we've done 3 total damage, 2 damage left on the Nebulon, 2 damage out the side. And then we have the side arc of the victory, so 2 red, 1 black for a hit. 1 damage left on the Nebulon, and we have no more shooting from the victory. This victory is going to move it to... no, it's at speed 1 again, sorry, isn't it? So we are going to just fly this way. That's to not crash. So we will take him out. And he moves roughly like that. Not doing it super accurate anymore because it's pretty clear which way this is going. So turn 6. Activating the Imperials first. So activating the onager first. Gets side and rear into the side with 2 health, unfortunately. So firing 2 red, 1 blue. Sorry, the command is going to be a concentrate fire, and I reveal a squadron token command. So you get 1 hit and accuracy. So we're going to cancel one of his remaining brace. Then we're going to. So we do 1 damage and take his shields down to 1 on that side. Then we're going to shoot 3 red, 1 black into his side. Oh, for nothing. It's using a token to reroll black dice. Nothing. Then our squadrons get to activate 2 squadrons. So we're going to activate if we can, we'll activate Merrick. Yeah, we'll activate Merrick Steel. And we'll activate the Decimator. So the Decimator, 3 blue dice. First into the front for 2 damage, which is enough to blow him up. Kaboom. That, my friends, is game.
Alright, thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you next time.